trees and valleys, our home full of glee. Join us and you'll see. We are children of the forest. We are wild and free, chasing our dreams together happily. We are seekers, 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 seekers. We are seekers.
Hi, hello. Hi, hello. I'm Lalara. Welcome to my channel. I hope you all had a good day. Happy Friday! Ready for the weekend? Is everybody ready? We're playing more Silksong. We're gonna complete our journal. That's my goal. But first, Echo Seekers, thank you for watching the replay. You can find timestamps in the description box down below. My body is ready to sleep forever. Yep. Silent Seekers, we appreciate our lurkers here. Remember, you can use !lurk to let me know you're here. I'll never call you out by name, but I'll shout out the Silent Seekers when I see it. Emerald Seekers, thank you for choosing to be members. Your support is greatly appreciated. It goes towards, doing stuff for the channel. For like buying games of demos that we played, of, improving things. Although, it's kind of hard when 2 of my, 4 members summon Scuff every time they show up. So I guess Emerald Seekers, thank you for choosing to be members. You contribute to Scuff. Good job, you're doing it. Oh, gosh. All my Seekers. Hi, hello. Thank you all so much for being here. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the YouTube-y things. And, yeah. Stick around. I'm gonna have an announcement at the end of stream after we're done Silksonging and being bugs. And you don't want to miss it. Trust me. Trust me, guys. Everything's okay. It's like a curse. Hi, Crystal. An amazing curse. Uh-huh. I mean, I do say I appreciate y'all. I do appreciate you. Rye, you're gonna love my surprise, just saying. Just saying, just throwing it out there. Yeah, at the end of stream, I'm gonna make an announcement. It definitely keeps me on my toes and makes for an interesting stream. Hi, hello, welcome. I'm gonna turn to a bug now, so we can, because I really want to finish the Hunter's Journal. I don't want to yap too much, and I yap. I like to yap. I like to talk. Scuff Sundays. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about you renaming my Sunday stream. Hello? Look at all the little animals running around down there. They're so cute. At some point, y'all will be able to see the game. There we go. Okay. Breaky, breaky. Yeah. Yeah. Now to make sure y'all got audio. There was somebody who was I don't know how long ago this was, but recently we're like, it happens a lot. They're like, it's so sad being a small streamer because nobody was there to tell me that I wasn't streaming with game audio for 2 hours. And I'm like, I had people there. You all were there. No, they were like, you don't have chatters to be like, and like, even if you had chatters, they'd probably be like, oh, this is fine. We don't need audio. Bunch of just letting me stream to myself. I don't know what you guys were doing. Where was I? What was I doing? Who was I killing? I was down here somewhere. I just finished these guys. Hi, hello, welcome. I mean, I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have my stream on. You guys literally, I was talking about the music. You guys didn't once be like, what music? Oh no, I did this one. That's right. I finished killing them. Oh no. See, I should have killed him. He was reading a book and now he's not there anymore for me to murder. Alright, where do we find these guys? We're actually not here. You're all a figment of my imagination. I mean, Streamlabs is, Streamlabs seems to think none of you exist. Cog worker? Weren't there some... Where was that? Weren't there some in the underworks somewhere? I remember a hall. Maybe it was this hall? I'll go look. I don't know. Where? Somebody... No, Crystal brought too much scuff. One of the long corridors in the coral chambers. I just don't remember which one. I wanted to say it was like one of these that's connected to us. What's the best way to go about this? Yeah, coral. The coral chambers. Yeah, but, this is just all painful. I think my best bet is to go this way. Do they not like coming in here? Oh my gosh. There we go. Now, you gave Crystal the power of scuff and she broke too much. She's like, I don't know the strength of my own power. Alright, go this way. Little bugs. Oh, hi. Let's go see. No. Oh, hi! Yeah, I'm looking for you guys. Okay. Ooh. Perfect. That worked out well. What was next? I already forgot. Bop, 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 bop. These guys. Scroll reader. The one that I know where it is dead. He didn't make it to Act 3. Ah! Yep. Carry on. Trobio! I want to talk to you. I wish you were around. You're so cool. He's so dramatic. It's great. You guys shouldn't, like, want to break my stream. Hello? You guys should want, like... What? Like, a good viewing experience. I don't know. Okay, I gotta figure out where these guys would be. I want to say there was one to the right somewhere. Wow, hi, I didn't even see you. Okay, look. Oh my gosh. It's hard switching between games, guys. Just saying. I'm gonna say it every time, because this game is so different. Okay. Scroll readers, a bunch of dead ones. I need an alive one so I can make it dead, not you. Ow, can you stop beating me up? It's occurring to me that I didn't sit on a bench here. I hate that guy. You. Yeah, you. I hate you. Okay, well, I found one. That's where I thought one was. Maybe I just farmed this guy. Slightly insane. We're all mad here. Only a few find the way. Some don't recognize it when they do. Some don't ever want to. Ow. What? I don't know. Things that stick with you. Yeah, very big, scary. Yeah. Oh, wait, the light guy. Okay, not this one. One more. This one. Where are you? Not you! You. Oh, of course, you got nonsense. Whew. I'm rich! Wasn't there another one over here? Guess not. Okay, so there's a big angry spider up there. Sanity is for the weak. Do 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 do. Oh, hi. Oh, God. I didn't jump when I was supposed to. What? I was trying to get my silk. Meanie. Meanie. Big bully. Wee. Do 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 do. Yes. I don't care about everybody else. I want to see what the plants. We have a nature tab. Woo. Oh, I don't even care. Bye. What? How many of these things do I need? 4 more? I needed 8 of these things, right? 7 or 8. Wrong button. It's a bit crackly. It's usually this. I don't know why it does what it does. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All eyes on me. Ow. 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 My toe. Okay. 1, 2. All eyes on you. Did I fix it? Usually that fixes it. A 1, a 2, a 3. Yeah. Ow, what is happening? I have like... It's another one we do. We go class, class, yes, yes. Yeah, I don't know why my audio gets wonky sometimes. It's a feature. It's the scuff you came for. You're welcome. And then Chris has the audacity to come in here and be like, I don't have scuff on my streams. It's because he gives it all to me. Okay, look. Hi. Whee. I did not. I did not visit Eva. I don't think I did. I was very tired last stream. I could not tell you. Like, I'm still recovering, you guys. Ow. I was hoping you wouldn't jump, but here we are. Oh, no, we went on a field trip. We took a bunch of our kiddos out on to a wildlife refuge and hiked around because the powers that be decided that would be a good plan. Like we're not stressed enough. And so I was just kind of struggling a little bit last stream. I was very tired. I was like, full disclosure, I am super tired. Ow. A dash there probably could have saved me, but it's fine. What? Okay, that one's done. Wrong button. Bop, bop, bop. Crobio! There he is. Okay. Ew, 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 ew. Aw, I don't want to kill them. That makes me sad. This dude. I only need one more. That's not bad. I need 4 more of these. Puny penitent. The penitent man will pass. Whee! Let's go! To the slab. So come up to the lab and see what's on the slab. I see you shiver with anticipation. Alright, if you were these things, I think there's one up here. Ugh. Right? Isn't one in there? Oh god. Ah! I didn't mean to fall down the hole. Stupid little fly, leave me alone. And then you. I need a puny one, right? Okay. Where would the puny guys be? Puny. Ah. Hello. I don't want to kill you. What? Oh. Fantastic. Maybe the rain isn't really to blame, so I'll remove the cause, but not the symptom. Wow, wow. What? Stupid mite. Stupid mite, nobody likes you. Oh. Ooh. Nope. Back I go. Blah. What was in here? Nothing useful? I need little penitent dudes. Ah! Blah. Where am I? Flea room, I think. Uh-huh. It's assuming I remember where the flea room is, right? Ow. Really? The cell to the left that you were wondering about was a flea room, I think. Room to the left? Oh, very dark. I cannot see. Okay. I mean, you said to the left. I don't know what that means. Anybody want to jump out and try to murder me? There's so many, like, little... Hello? Broodling? Yummy, yummy! Oh, are you here to serve me? I am merely a visitor here, little one. Have you made this place your home, then? My home? Oh, yes, lovely and warm. The big ones. They bring me food whenever I'm hungry, and I'm hungry now. Eggy, eggy! I'll eat a lot. Grow big and fat, then I'll lay a lot of eggies. They bring me plenty of food, so they must want plenty of eggies. And plenty they shall have, if they're nice to me. Eggy, eggy, I want to lay a lot of pretty eggies, so tell the big ones, bring me more food. What? Hey. What do I do with you? Ew. You want to sing me a song? Eggy, eggy, big and warm, grow bigger, bigger, oh so big. When you're hungry, eat and eat. Fill your belly with lovely eggs. Kill it? I'm only doing this. Okay. Look at it sing. Okay, you. Good luck. Ew. I don't really care. It can live, die, I don't care. Ugh. I think it was only like those guys, right? I don't think they're penitent. Like little weirdos. Hi. Whoop. Woo-hoo-ha! There's a dead one. That doesn't help me. Ew. Ew. Ew, I hate flies. I hate all of this. Ah! Kinda cute. I don't know about all that. I didn't hear like a void thing either. No, I'm back over here. I'm going back to the thing. Help me. Where do I go? Where am I going? Might have been a tiny pendant in one of the rooms you skipped on your way up the main shaft. I mean, I skipped like this main shaft, right? Okay. Okay. What? Am I crazy? It looks like I can go that way on the map. Okay, whatever. I'll just... hit my head a million times. That's fine. Alright. I hate it. I hate flies. They're so gross. I know they break stuff down and yada yada yada. I still don't like them. Up, back, side, side. Also doesn't help that, like, everyone is dead. Oh, hi. I need you! Hi! Not you. Anyone suffering out here? Suffer, suffer, suffer. Okay. And a dead one again. Oh. I found a door I didn't open. Aye. Oh, money. How many more do I need? 3 more? Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, I would like to find one that has more than one. Ew. Okay. But if that's what I got, it's what I got. Love it is what I got. So remember that. I think I wanted to go up. I already forgot where I was going. I came this way. It's fine. My dog growl, my dog runs away. I don't get there in the middle of the hand of me. Whoa! I fell down. It's probably easier that way. Did it. Okay. Alright, next. Oh, it. Oh, yeah, great. We're gonna have to go suffer in the abyss, aren't we? Love that for myself. Okay. That's not too bad. We're getting there. We're getting there, you guys. Okay. These things I can kill over by Eva, right? There's some there. Because I think I'm gonna go do that. Go talk to Eva. And then we'll go to the abyss and I'll cry a little bit. Yes? Question mark? Yeah. 2 bone bottom, please. Kill by kill. One kill at a time. Little thieves. A hunter gonna hunt. A seeker gonna seek. Sorry. Still gonna apologize to him. I feel really bad killing them. I was kind of hoping there was more. That's fine. Whoop. It's so pretty there. Hey, girl. Lady, you are a multitude within a single shell, a being truly unbound. To aid your growth has proved a grand task, even for one as limited as me. As my last act, permit me to ask a final selfish request. Your talents have provided great benefit, Eva. What is it you desire of me? Only to have my own soul, my own memories, bound within your shell, as you have done with those others throughout these lands. I would not define as a crust within you, but my small strength may still find a final boon. You asked to be subsumed. No, your mind would cease to be, in any independent sense. I know, and I still seek it gladly. To be united with one unbound, this is the kind of escape I once prayed for, though the weight of ages has almost made me forget. Dear lady, would you grant me this request? Bind Eva? Yeah. I mean, it's that or I leave her down here forever. By your grace, I am at last broken from my fate. Gladly, I accept your union, Eva. No longer shall you suffer eternity alone. Aww. Eva. Bound Eva's art, Silksong. Eva's soul and strength reside within. Silk will regenerate while resting at a bench. Entwined, bind Eva. Aww. Bye, Eva. Bye. It's gotta be better. I always felt bad just leave. I'm like, can't we, like... Silksong. Oh yeah, I forgot. I got distracted by Eva. Ah! There's no more. Ah! I knew you were there and I still died. Got hit. I didn't die, but I got hit. I got. Little marshmallow boy. I don't want it. You're fine. Makes me sad. %. Did I not sit on the bench down there? I like this bench. Oh, we can hear her. Just for a second, we heard her. Hold on. She still makes me sad. But we heard her sing a little bit. I heard it. Okay. Oh, right. And then I said the abyss. I hate it. Okay, that's fine. This one's less fine. I hate these things. You. This one disturbs me. There's something in its simplicity. Do I almost feel fear? Yes! This one's terrifying. Blah, blah. I hate it all. Wait, how do I get how did I go get in the bell? Is that the only way to get to the abyss? Why is it so quiet? Why can't I hear my own thoughts? Diving bell, yeah. That's fantastic. Oh, 3 babies. Okay. Do. Eva. Makes me sad. A lot of our friends are dying, and it's not... doesn't make me happy. I heard her. Okay. Where's the diving bell? Down there? Down. Okay, yeah. Okay. Meow. Nope. One more, right? Yeah. Button. Let me in. I say it, I think of Wally too. That's why. Eva. He's so cute. I love Wally. I liked the angry little robot that always like cleaned up, and every time people made a mess, he'd just like crash out. He was my favorite. Like, I just cleaned this floor. Why are you people doing things? Yeah, I mean, I don't want to, but I will. Yeah, he like valid. Like, just trying to save the planet. Everybody else is trying to do things. Yeah, we found out of the... yeah. Kira has a hard time down here. Good luck, Kira. She was not a fan. I don't like them either. They just give me the ick. I'm not like full-on phobic. That is not pleasant. Oh, wrong button. That was the wrong button, guys. It's very uncomfortable for me. Oh, I still had one left. That was my bad. Woo! Oh, get off me. I just don't like it. I don't like anything about it. Man, how many of those do I need? Too many? 2 more. Okay. Alright, I think it's worth... I think there's one more. Ugh. Okay. Killed it before it summoned any things. Okay. Okay. Alright, where's one of these? Shadow Charger? In relation to me. I don't know if I have any phobias. Like, I have things I dislike and, like, make me go, ugh, but not, like, full on, like, I'm okay playing this. It just gives me the heebies. I'm like, I'm very uncomfortable right now. Lower left area? Okay. I greatly dislike this area. Hi. You're not so bad. You're kind of cute, actually. Okay, and then one more. One more. I can't go back up, I don't think, right? I mean, I could, technically, I suppose. So, like, getting on the roof or something, like, to clean the gutters or whatever I have to do. Wait, what did I just fill out on my map? What? I'm okay being on the roof. My problem is taking that step off the ladder to the roof. Like, I have to, like, get over that mental block. Like, going from the safety of the ladder. No, I don't want that. Enjoy. Okay. Oh, yeah. Haha. I got a flower. I got a flower. Can I go back up? Dramatic life. Like, ah, yes, you're very dramatic. Good job, you're doing it. Alright, where would this last guy be? I think there's one up, right? Oh! Hi! It's because I sat on a bench. I didn't think about this. Be fantastic if I could kill you before you summon things. Ah! I forgot I sat on a bench already. I was like, where can I find another one? Wait. Before I nope away, let me slow down. Okay. That was it? That was the wrong button, guys. Oh yeah, they don't want anything to do with this place. Not that I blame y'all. It just makes my life slightly more difficult. Okay. Oh God. Nope. Ow. Okay, well. Oh my gosh, down, dummy. Okay. Ah! Oh, hi. I'm just mad dashing away, don't worry about me. A shortcut on the... Well, I'm already going this way. Pull me up. Okay, we'll go talk to New, and then... I don't know. We'll read some entries, I suppose. Oh. New! I have some good news! Yeah, the little babies are so cute. They make me so happy. I can't help it. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Watch me die trying to get up here. To something dumb. Like a mite. Like you. You're the tallest in your family and you're afraid of heights? That checks out. Okay. Come to rest here, Miss Grown-up? Then let New see our journal, for she is eager to see your cuts. Wow! Miss Grown-up, your journal is bursting with every sort of creature, overflowing. Surely we can call this complete. Oh, to think that such a task could even be done. Oh, so clever is New to have set such a fierce predator onto the work. These vast lands hold so much life, and to catalog it all has taught me greatly. It is an effort worth continuing even after I leave this kingdom. Oh, ma, such a hunger is worthy indeed. You and I are of an accord, Miss Grown-up. Hunters both. Our methods are different, but our appetites have become very similar. New has for you this token, a symbol of all your efforts, and a marker of your true nature. It carries with it her sweet, sweet smell. Hunter's memento. True hunter, receive the hunter's memento. And now, Miss Grown-up, the task is done. New must be away. But do not be sour. Just think, Farloom is only one land. So many more must hide out there, filled full with beasts and scents and tastes, all waiting to be discovered. For New, her journey is only at its start. And for you, Miss Grown-Up, New wishes too your happy hunting, much and more. Bye, New. Aw, no more New. Everybody's leaving me. Eva! It's so sad. Okay. I haven't read any of these because last time I was trying to read them in Hollow Knight, like as we got them, and then I don't think I read all of them. So, are you guys ready? We're just gonna do a journal reading. Okay, fur-covered crawler with a series of sharp spikes along its back. If not for the spikes, I would think it an appealing bug. A naturally overgrown moss grub bred within the Citadel's memoriam. So close to a perfect furred form. If only they'd be able to breed out the spines. A mossmer. Small fluttering creature capable of defending itself with its small stinger. This bug is soft and clumsy. I got distracted. She just wants to pet all the things. This bug is soft and clumsy, but to its fortune, its home caves seem relatively free of effective predators. I wonder why that is. Skull scuttler. Small soft bug that uses the hard skulls of the marrow for protection and disguise. In every land, creatures find new and surprising ways to disguise themselves. One must be wary, always. Achnid, winged insect that feeds upon moss and lichen in the caves above Bone Bottom. In its natural state, it would avoid potential predators, but Farloom's haunting now compels it to aggression. Fortunately, its jaws are ill-suited for combat. Moss Mother, adult moss mirror with a fully developed stinger and hardened hide. Motherhood is an instinct that can push creatures beyond what seems their natural limits. It turns even weaker beasts like these into formidable foes. A skullwing, airborne relative of the grounded skull scuttler, found only in the Marrow's deepest, hottest caves. Such feeble creatures could only survive thanks to the rarity of predators in these superheated caverns. She's like, if she doesn't think it's cute, she roasts it. And if she thinks it's cute, she's like, man, I want to hug that thing. Skull Brute, soft bug beneath a huge horned skull, charges at intruders to protect its territory and its smaller companions. Either its size has made it fearless, or the haunting has removed its sense of self-preservation. Skull Tyrant, rare enormous skull scuttler, the Marrow's largest predator and the most feared for its ferocious temperament. Though surely fierce, the skull it bears looks taken from an even larger beast. If not for the bones as proof, I would scarcely believe bugs could grow to such a scale. She does. Killick. Small bony bug that favors dark tunnels can expand its spiked carapace to ward against attacking predators. I am fond of simple effective traps, such as this bug's extendable spikes. An unwary predator would be skewered clean through. She complimented you. Good job. Beast fly, aggressive fly of Farloom's lowlands, rams prey with its hard bone mask. Dancing around this simple creature as it charges back and forth is the sort of game I delighted in as a child. Alas, I now have more pressing matters to attend to. Oh my gosh. Get roasted. Savage Beastfly! Hey, our friend! Angered adult beastfly with a weighty body and thickened hard-shell mask. Civilization encroaches from this kingdom's crown, but the lowlands are still ruled by great beasts. Its roar stirs something deep within me, some primal instinct. A Carinid? Common winged bug of the lowlands, generally docile but will attack if threats come close. Their plump, round shape makes them well suited for target practice. Difficult to resist testing my aim on them. ... Vicious Carinid. Aggressive winged bug of the lowlands. When angered, it rapidly whips its bladed tail as a weapon. Its wings are quite small compared to its bulk. Perhaps it uses the warm air of these fiery lands to help stay airborne? Clever, if so. If not, it's just fat. A hard-bone hopper, grazing creature with sharp senses that nimbly retreats from danger. Despite the haunting of its shell, it has not been overcome with aggression. Its desire to flee remains too strong. Hard-bone elder. Hard-bone elder. Tall creature with sharp senses, defends its herd with powerful legs and a sharp-tipped mask. There is surprising strength hidden in their thin, elegant limbs. It would be a pleasure to ride upon it. Okay. She just wants all the pets. Hornet and I are the same. Hornet horse girl confirmed. Terramite, flying bone mite that lives near magma, roasts its prey by spitting scorching tar. Little pain in the butt. Its sticky spit would no doubt make a useful crafting material if molded fresh. Unfortunately, I cannot stop to experiment. A mauling, young bony bug that could curl its body to form a ball. Their rough, rigid shell grips tight to any surface. Even walls and roofs become pathways for these nimble bugs. Roofs. Marrowmaw, the big marshmallow. Giant roller of the lowlands, its ridged hide will crush smaller creatures beneath it. Sheer bulk makes for an effective weapon, but requires much sustenance. This creature would have spent most of its time eating. An acceptable life for some. A hoker. Spine-shooting drifter of the lowlands. Whatever admiration I had for its fleecy down is spoilt by its disturbing mask. And its steely spines. It's fluffy but not cute. F tier. A flint beetle, rarely seen beetle that spends most of its life nestled in bone and rock. The flint gems on its shell excrete an explosive powder. Its bright gems could be used to make beautiful but short-lived jewelry. An amusing idea for a gift. Or a trap. Okay, Hornet likes to prank people. Cool. Rhino Grund, longhorned beast of Farloom's lowlands, relies on its horn both to impale and to wrench the ground beneath it, flinging dangerous debris. Certain tools and skills can pierce its defenses. I should adjust my strategy as needed. A Gromling, young masked worm that delights in ambushing intruders within its tunnels. A frustrating fiend. They flee beneath the bone whenever I try to strike them down. Grom, burrowing worm that uses its many blunted teeth to dig through even the hardest bone. They ceaselessly churn through the rock and bone without ever seeming to rest. Do they have a destination, or are they compelled to dig forever deeper? The Bell Beast! Huge hard-bone bug that lives within and travels through the veins of old bells across Farloom. This one has allied themselves with me, either as thanks for their saving or respect for one judged as equal. Whichever the reason, their fellowship is welcome. Pilgrim Groveler, basic bug of Farloom laid low upon the ground. Taken by Farloom's haunting, the bug is now capable of little more than prayer and aggression. A Pilgrim Pouncer, agile bug of Farloom, its higher functions have been lost to the haunting. With a softer shell than most, they would have relied on their athleticism to survive. Pilgrim Hornfly, short pilgrim that uses their long horn to launch it upon threats. Birth equipped this one well. In its assault, it becomes its own projectile. Pilgrim Hulk, sturdy bug lost to the haunting, rolls at threats with no care for its own discomfort. A rare-built bug within these ailing lands. Most pilgrim shells seem small by comparison. What nourishment did they discover to grow so large? She's like, what are you all eating? Pilgrim Bellbearer. Common bug wielding a set of old bells. The bug will fling the bells at anyone it deems is still free. Their bells would once have rung with hope and mirth, lifting the spirits of any climbing companions. Sadly, those instruments have turned purely to combative use. A winged pilgrim, short-horned bug born with undeveloped wings. Flight it possesses, but only just. It may lift from the stone, but those sad wings would never carry it far. Hornet's a mean girl. Elder Pilgrim, thick-set bug consumed by haunted thread, uses their solid frame to crush others. A lucky bug to be able to grow old. Farloom's roads take much earlier. Winged Pilgrim Bell Bearer. Pilgrim endowed with large wings, carrying a brace of iron bells. On uneven terrain, their union of flight and range can prove a challenge, even for me. Oh. Pilgrim Hiker. Hard-shelled bug with a climber's pin. Their pin, once aid, has become a weapon, though the bug is unrefined in its use. A bug once frail, pushed by twisted thread beyond its mortal limits. Pilgrim Guide. Old pilgrim carrying a heavy iron bell staff. The large bell seems to signify them as once leader of a climbing troop, though the haunting has erased that former authority. That picture. Overgrown pilgrim. Aged pilgrim overgrown with lichen and moss. The moss looks to grow even inside their stomach, which the pilgrim spits at foes in compressed gobs. A foul form of offense. Hornet said, "It's gross, don't spit at me." I agree. Covetous pilgrim. Strong bug replete with rosaries. If angered, they will whip their strings in a ceaseless onslaught. Is this abundance a sign of purity or greed? The way faith is measured in this land is curious indeed. A snitch fly. A pernicious looter found all over Farloom. While these bothersome bugs are left free to forage, no loose rosary or trinket is safe. Lava lug. Sticky mollusk that defends itself by spraying burning fluid from growths on its back. Ew. What seems at first a purely defensive mechanism may also be necessary to rid this creature of excess heat. Lava larga. Fully grown mollusk able to unleash a gushing torrent of burning fluid from its back. To survive, even while storing so much searing fluid within. Before, I would have believed it impossible, but Farloom is home to many marvels. Smelt shoveler. Low-level worker lost to Farloom's haunting. Instinct keeps them at their task, though a much simpler fashion than before. This kingdom appears more advanced in metalwork than my own ever was, in great part due to the natural heat source at its base. Working in such an environment is an impressive feat. Flintstone flair. Aerial worker lost to Farloom's haunting, bears a pouch full of flintstone which they will fling at intruders. That incendiary material they carry is a natural wonder, with many potential applications. What a waste to carelessly throw it at me whenever I pass by. A flint flame flyer, brave worker carrying unstable flint flame and wearing a heavy bell to protect against potential ignition. Theirs would be a high-risk life, followed by a short, searing end. Smoke rock sifter, symbol-bearing worker of the deep docks, pans the halls of smoke rock to find traces of more precious minerals. The haunting has stolen some important parts of these bugs, yet still they attempt their former task, until, that is, they sense my presence. Deep diver. Bell-clad bug responsible for mining the deeper treacherous depths below their docks. Their heavier bells armor them well against my strikes, but against that oppressive heat, can they help at all? Four brothers Cygnus and Gron, elder overseers of the deep docks responsible for the oversight and punishment of lesser workers. Lost in the madness of the haunting, they still commanded the endless excavation of their caves. Craglite, infant form of the more formidable Cragler. If left to grow, these young bugs will fight for dominance until only one remains. The Cragler, thick-plated scuttler that prefers high places, holds an extensive supply of searing acid in a layered sac within its shell. The acid rains from its mouth upon any creature it sees as food. It tried to eat me. Brushflit. Tiny, timid creatures that huddle in flocks and flee at the first hint of danger. They call out to warn their fellows at the smallest sense of threat. A successful hunt here means staying silent and hidden right up until the decisive strike. I got a drink. I got hydrate. It is a lot of reading. Okay, furtid. Skittish scrambler of the far fields, its antennae resemble stalks of grass to aid in camouflage. It has no means to defend itself. Its only hope for survival is to be mistaken for a plant. A flapping furtid. Docile bugs whose wings mimic the grasses of the far fields, a common snack for larger predators. When roosting, it would look convincingly plant-like. In flight, its bulbous body quickly ruins the ruse. Oh, fourth chorus. Towering iron automaton driven by rotor and cog. A terrifying achievement of Farloom. To build a construct so large and yet so nimble. Ew, Scarlid. Small burrowing ant servant to the larger Scar. These bugs work mainly as finders and foragers for the warriors of their tribe. Combat has not long been in their nature. Scarwing. Darting predator that clings fast to roofs and outcrops, often summoned to aid its larger companions. They would make effective hunting companions, though even without the haunting, I suspect their loyalty would always remain to their clan. Scar Scout, young ant hunter wielding sickles carved from teeth, will often call for aid if danger comes close. Despite their youth, they are impressive opponents. It seems likely their tribe were trained for combat from birth. Scar Stalker, skilled ant hunter bearing blade and armor fashioned from bone. Fierce, strong, and disciplined, yet these qualities do not protect them from the haunting. Is such a fate inevitable in these lands? Spear Scar, winged ant hunter that strikes from the air with its bone lance. In my youth, I envied all bugs with wings. I even fancied I might grow a pair. I have since learned better. Accept the limitations of one's body and augment with tools as needed. If you're not born with wings, build wings. Scar Guard, huge ant hunter tasked to protect the stores and passages of its tribe. Theirs is the perfect shell for their duty, a wall of a warrior and an adept fighter. If I hope to claim their treasures, I must bring my best. Gur the Outcast, huge yet stealthy Scar, an expert trapper and master of the undergrowth. Also wanted to, like, pin us and display us like a trophy. His tracks and traps. It should have been obvious from the start. This old hunter sought to draw me in. But what reason drove him to test himself so brutally? That answer, I suspect, I shall never know. Because I killed him anyway. Last Claw, elite former hunter acting as the final line of defense before their mother. Their skill once saw them chosen, and I can plainly see why. They would have lived and trained only for this duty. Scar Singer Carmelita, Song Queen of the Scar, and their most talented warrior. This graceful ruler once possessed skill to rival my own. At her youthful peak, her voice united all Scar in her service. Ew, a mite. Verminous pest common throughout the dark corners of Greymore. Individually, they offer little challenge, but their numbers are surely vast, and most remain hidden. A fluttermite. I hate mites. Airborne pest, less common than its grounded siblings, attacks with sharp fangs if agitated. Similar bugs would gnaw away at unguarded food supplies in my homeland. As a child, I would hunt them, eager to make use of myself and test my skills. Ew. Mite mother. Aged female mite, grown larger and stronger than most of its kin. Ugh. Poor of sight, but possessing a keen sense of smell, it uses its bulk to charge at foreign scents. Remaining fierce so far into old age is an admirable trait. Dreg Catcher. Bug charged to catch dregs of silk that fall from the citadel. Will attack with its staff if provoked. These bugs look to have spent every waking moment at their work. Grim, endless labor in service of an unseen citadel above. Yeah, Cavil, you don't exist. Where's my pen? There's my pen. Silk Snipper, scissor-wielding bug charged to cut and spool fallen dregs of silk for return to the citadel above. Is it the haunting that drove them to cackling madness, or was their unending toil the cause even before that? Thread Raker, tall bug charged to pile silk dregs in preparation for respooling. Their sharp rake now doubles equally well as a stabbing weapon. Theirs seems a sad, grueling task, serving their lifetime for a citadel unseen. Moorwing, winged might beast, bred large to catch workers who once tried to flee their tasks. With its wranglers long dead, the Moorwing stalked the towers of Greymoor, feasting on passing pilgrims and tenders alike. A wisp, short-lived sprite born of flickering flame. To live only a single bright moment. What would one feel? Is it glorious or only despair? Or could it be both? Mixed, equal. Yeah, I'll blame you for that. Sure. Burning bug, many-legged insect fanatically obsessed with flame. These ones somehow learnt to call and guide the scorching wisps that share their thicket. Whether through dominance or reverence is unclear. Father of the flame, totem and god, built and worshipped by the burning bugs. The remains of an aged bug were housed at the pyre's heart. The structure suggested they wished for immolation. If so, I have seen their wish granted. Get wrecked. Craw, screeching scavenger that roosts high in caverns and preys upon passing pilgrims. By this swooping menace, a simple bug would be easily overcome. More dangerous still, they rarely attack alone. Tall craw, rag-winged adult craw bug bearing a scavenged pin. Far more hostile than their younger companions, but seemingly less likely to roam far from their nest. A squawk craw, stout adult craw bug bearing several short pins. A cowardly sort, they'll try to remain at range to throw their sharp weapons. Best to rush them down and cut quick. Craw Juror, screeching scavenger dyed black in mourning at their land's collapse. Weak, afraid, and aware of the imminent end, I understand their desperation, but my death will not prevent the coming fall. Tall Craw Juror, elder crawbug serving in a sacred ceremony. Curiosity saw me answer their summons, but I shall not allow them to stall me long. I must work fast to fix my grand mistake. Squat Craw Juror, short elder crawbug eagerly serving in their court. They seek to slay their only chance at survival. Alas, any words would fall useless. I have only my blade to offer response. And the Craw Father, Lord and Justice of Farloom's Craws, delivers death to condemn bugs with his steel-plated beak. Did he recognize my part played in this land's void-strung state? If so, perhaps his judgment was not unfair. To these bugs, I have brought much destruction. Ew, muck maggot. Mindless infant larvae coated in thick slime. Ew. They cling fast to the shells of other bugs, destroying any hope for concentration or comfort. A slubberlug? Oh, the fish things. Younger form of a muck roach, attacks prey by leaping from the water and snapping with its flexible jaws. These creatures look to have been bred deliberately in watery pens. If they are food to be, their scent suggests they must taste vile. A muckroach, starved pack bug with an insatiable appetite. Despite their tough hide and pungent meat, roaches breed rapidly, so are sometimes farmed for food. A revolting creature. My shell itches at their presence. In the pens where their numbers grow vast, I am forever on edge. Ew. Bloatroach. Obese offshoot of muckroaches, born of the Citadel's exhaust smoke. The winged roach's sagging stomach is filled with sizzling bile. Its form is absurd. Surely it should not be able to hold itself in the air. The noxious gases in its stomach must provide its levity. Roach catcher, short. No, she's like, how are you flying? Look at you. Roach catcher, short, nimble bug who uses barbed bolas to keep beasts corralled and caged. Their throwing weapon is well suited to the wide caverns they inhabit. These sly little bugs must have a keen claw for crafting. Roach feeder, tall roach tender charged to feed muck roaches on a lean diet of maggot gruel. The feeder's curled pin looks designed to keep ravenous roaches at bay, and the tender from turning into the meat. Roach keeper, grizzled older roach tender, weighed with a lasso of heavy chain. Though their mind is largely lost, their skill with a chain has not been forgotten. Does the haunting eternally bind a bug to the task it had in its life? Roach server, brutish cook responsible for dicing muckroach meat into edible portions. Could their actions be called skill? I see only a crude mangling of meat. Yet I wonder, before the haunting snared their minds, was it any different? Disgraced Chef Lugoli, once exalted chef, exiled from the Citadel for repeated culinary crimes. Returned to their home caves, this chef continued to devise delicacies too repulsive for any bug still sane. At least she didn't mean girl her, just, ew, your food sucks. Wraith, anguished specter of lingering thread, despite its ephemeral nature, strong strikes can dispel the wraith for a time. Not a bug, but a projection of another's will cast in smog and silk. I also didn't think about that they don't really look like a bug. Mothleaf lagnia, a rare, calmer bug of bilewater, survives its hazardous surroundings by hiding as a plant. This one is pretty, but not as soft at first, it seems. The plant it mimics is flaked and coarse, and the bug's coat shares similar texture. Not soft enough. A mire mite, crawling insect with sizzling bile sac in its abdomen. The threat of its exploding rear is an effective deterrent to predators, but the slightest jolt or fall can cause its premature end. A swamp squit, plentiful pest with a sharp proboscis, and a belly full of bile. More dangerous in the moment of its explosive and corrosive death than it ever was in life. Spit squit, hovering pest with a hollowed proboscis, able to spit gobs of sizzling bile. To subsist on the sickly water in this fetid environment, it spits out the most toxic elements. Over generations, this former survival technique has turned into an effective hunting tool. What is this picture? A stilkin, cunning bug that hunts with darts fashioned from steak and bile. They know well their domain, lurking in wait in its byways and bogs, always ready to pounce. Stilkin trapper, trap-setting bug carrying a pouch of sharpened long stakes. More bother than the bug themselves are the countless traps they have already laid throughout their caves. Groll the Great, chief and chaplain of the Stilkin, forever raging against the citadel that chokes their caves and sees them suffer. This one's strength was much enhanced by Stolen Soul. They are not the first who tried to hoard it, or to mold it towards such violent ends. Yeah, Barnack. Toothy growth that lives on cave roofs, wraps wayward bugs with its long tongue and drags them up to be consumed. Hiding its tongue amongst fronds so similar. There's impressive style to this one's trickery. Groll. I called him a frog. He looks like a frog to me. Ducksucker. Suction creature surviving on the thick slime that coats its caves. I didn't like this one. This one gave me like big heebies. This mindless bug seems to sense only through its tendrils, yet despite that simplicity, it still poses a serious threat. You cheesed, Groll? Pond skipper, hard-shelled insect common upon the surface of Shellwood Pond, once a staple food for passing pilgrims. The way they skate along the water's surface is so elegant. Surely it is a skill that can be learned. When time permits, I should attempt the task. She wants to walk on water. I don't know. I don't like any of it. Like, that whole design is not okay. A pond catcher. Old catcher over Shellwood Pond, bearing a long pin and stricken by the haunting. Once a hunter purely for food, now they hunt unthinking and unending. Shellwood gnat. Tiny soft creature that armors itself using the hard, hollow growths of shellwood. If the woody hide is shattered, the bug will still bravely, foolishly try to attack. Look like a little gumball. Wood wasp. Ew, wasps. Pointed darting insect that builds a hardy hive from shellwood's dried bark. Destroying the hives will limit their presence in the wood. Useful to me now, as I pass along the branches. Dangerous in time for the wood's order. Even a small disruption can tip a fragile balance. Splinter. Insect formed to imitate a branch, capable of remaining perfectly still for long periods, but unexpectedly swift when roused. Avoiding their ambush is a good test of my senses and my ability to rapidly retaliate. Splinterhorn. Insect formed to imitate a branch, born with sharp retractable horns atop its head. Its shell gives the advantage of surprise, but it also forces it into a slender, brittle shape that cannot withstand a heavy attack. Hi! We're reading. Welcome. Splinterbark. Winged insect with a flaky shell that perfectly mimics its environment. Its assault, like a young bug's toy turned deadly. Could I, in time, fashion a spinning tool to match? Sister Splinter! Imposing old insect nesting in the heights of Shellwood, her command of twig and branch ensured no pilgrim ever survived within her territory. This one lived long and fed much. The wood will be much safer for their slaying. Fascia. Drifting bug disguised as a flower disperses crackling clouds of pollen if threatened. Quite a beautiful creature. In my own kingdom's court, it would have been highly favored as an ornamental pet. Pollinica? Yeah, whatever. Floral foe that reacts instinctively to movement nearby, spits pellets of crackling pollen that burst upon impact. What exceptional senses it possesses. It detects me with ease, even when not a single sound is made. This one was weird. Agalia? Floral foe with a core shaped to mimic a mask. The core could be thrust forth to bludgeon unwary bugs. The false mask alone is frightening enough to scare away smaller pests. Shrine Guardian Seth! Eternal defender of Shellwood Shrine, his pin and symbol show many marks of their use. He offered fair warning and challenge, a duel in the purest sense. I admire his honor and his skill. Happy birthday, Flame! We finished our Hunter journal, that was it. And now we're just reading through it. We're having a chill night. But I hope you have a good birthday. We all love Seth. We love Seth here. Nyleth, ancient heart of Shellwood, connected to all its living things. Her presence would once have maintained the wood's fragile order, allowing the safe passage of bugs across its branches. She was really pretty. She was a fun fight. Firm. Burrower that nests in the bell vein and seeks out hard bells to protect its soft body. I would very much like to feel their soft fur, if only they weren't so hostile. Winged firm, furred bug beneath a heavy bell. It has grown too large to burrow, but in maturing has developed small wings. Huge and soft, a fantastic combination, ruined by their haunted aggression. I want to pet you. Can I pet that dog? Farlid, small arachnid found in many crevices and caves throughout Farloom. Something in their assault reminds me of my own skill, though their talents are born purely of instinct. My technique is formed from hard training. Night Flame, enjoy. Farlid diver, arachnid that nestles within dark holes in cavern roofs. Pounces on prey from far above. That one was annoying. A smart hunter learns to wait in ambush, always ready to strike the first blow. A shardillard, devious ambusher that poses as a fossil. Once roused, the bug will crash its steely shell into walls, floors, and foes. Sandcarver, shell-plated worm that lives beneath pools of shifting sand. Bursts forth at movement, sensed close, and will consume any object or bug careless enough to fall into its maw. A squirm. Wriggling young grub that lives in darkness. If allowed the opportunity, these creatures will grow into a form larger and more oppressive. Judge, gilded guardian of the Blasted Steppes bearing a symbol and mallet. They remorselessly eliminate any pilgrim or passerby deemed impure to their sight. The countless husks strewn on paths beside them tell of their conclusive decisions. Last judge, final arbiter of the Blasted Steppes, tasked to ensure only the sinless ever step beyond the Grand Gate. The huge judge likely stood through countless generations, never defeated, never wavering in their charge. Coral firm. Dark-furred bug protecting itself with a spiked coral nut. Its fur is thick and silky, sadly lost to its haunting. I shall never safely be able to touch it. I want to pet. She's like, I want to pet it so bad, but it won't let me. Drisnit, nesting creature that fuses its face with sharpened coral. It is easy to be caught off guard by a ricocheting trajectory of its flung mask, especially in tight corners. Geometry bug. I hate geometry bug. Oh, hydrate. Thank you. Okay. A Driznarga? Large male Drisnit, ferocious and territorial, fires its heavy coral mask at intruders. A fine shot with its sharp mask, its aggression has no ill effect on its aim. A Pokenabbin? Passively waits for prey to blunder into its path, a technique that should not necessarily be derided. Derided? Whatever. Whatever is effective is best. It's worse if you're colorblind. The geometry bugs? Does the red blend in to the background where they are? I hate geometry bugs. I hate these two. Small bug that crafts... Oh, conchfly. Small bug that crafts a shell of sharpened coral. Spins its shell at rapid speed to cut through crust and bone. The way it darts in and out of the ground has an almost playful quality to it. An amusing and effective way to ambush prey. Great conch fly. Elder conch fly crowned with huge coral horn. Once partnered with a mate, they will rarely be seen alone. To pair with another is a base instinct, and one that brings some bugs great joy. I once sought similar union, but of my own mates, none could match my lifespan. Wait. That's really sad. Wait, that's really sad. Hornet just lives for so long that, like, anyone she loves just dies. That's really sad. That made me sad. Hornet. Crust crawler. Small-shelled scrambler encased in coral. Hidden amongst their tower's matching crust, these smaller bugs would have survived and thrived. Crust crag, coral hulk with a dense shell bred to immense size by the Citadel's memoriam. Nature distorted. This bug was born tiny and mild. The Citadel deformed it in futile hope it may sustain. Hey, Cavil exists again! I don't know, I get... Kai, plump, plentiful drifter of the coral past. They once teemed around their tower in numbers immense. It is a rare chance to witness such a bountiful display of life. Spine-beak Kai, steel-horned floater able to defend itself and its companions. A critical member of a larger flock, without them present, the Kai would be fast driven to extinction by larger predators. Steel Spine Kai. Wait, what was that one? Steel spine beak. Steel spine. Toughened Kai, capable of extending sharp spikes from within its shell sac. I don't like that shell sac word there. Seeming soft, but hiding a sharp surprise. Any larger predator attempting a bite would learn a pointed and painful lesson. Yuma, gelatinous coral drifter of simple mind and placid demeanor. A creature at its most basic. This one is no threat to me, or any other. A Umama, large gelatinous drifter, chases away threats by hurling its bulk around. When defeated, it splits into many smaller forms. Yet another remarkable creature of this land before the monarch. Karaka, staunch and skilled blade bug of a once flourishing land lost to time. The core member of a powerful order, trained fearless and faithful. Theirs was a kingdom of warriors, one built upon their blades. Kakri? Lith? Oh my gosh. It's one of those words that, like, have I heard that out loud? I've read it a million times. Winged scouts frequently paired with their heavier brethren. Its training resembles my own, favoring fast strikes and rapid movement. Once a hunter, perhaps? Yago, wide-masked aerial attacker trained to act as support for its grounded companions while remaining at range. Not a frontline force, but in my assault upon their tower, all emerged to see me stilled. They didn't succeed. A Karak Gore, heavy, hard-shelled charger relying on weight and strength. Far tougher for being matched inside their encrusted domain. They must have lived their whole lives within their tower to command it so. Alida, leaping hunter of a bygone age, the swiftest of their sect, deftly skilled with spinning foreblades, little ninja. In contests of speed against strength, I have seen the swift more often triumphant, a lesson I have taken to my own heart. Core Crust Karaka, overgrown elder able to spawn burning bubbles from within its coral-cased shell. This bug's fusion with the crust growth, it seems intentional, though I imagine the union is far from comfortable. Crust King Khan, hardened warrior, lord of a bygone age, able to command the coral crust to his bidding. Hi, Prism! For his stern stewardship, his legions seemed utterly loyal. For less combative bugs, his would have been a hard rule. Watcher at the edge, old warrior guarding the border of their domain, stiffened by time and awoken by song. They held long at their vigil, far beyond the age of their brethren, yet still, when roused, they swing their blade with remarkable ease. Voltworm, coiled nest of charged worms, assaults intruders with bolts and crackling electricity. Barely a bug, and possessing only basic thought, yet instinct alone proved enough to turn it deadly. Ew, drapefly, erratic flying pest that nests in rags and curtains. Like fabric somehow sprung to life, its pelt is perfectly matched to the rags it infests. Drape Lord, elder drapefly, grown big from age and consumption, its heavy body allows it to hit much harder than its younger companions. Greed will always see some bugs swell above their kin. You eat too much. Drape Mite, cloth-covered crawler with sharpened forelimbs, lives and breeds in dark places. Farloom structures seem almost built for them. The endless corners and cracks, so perfect for mites to burrow and nest. Giant Drape Mite, angry bug. Full-size mite of the citadel cloaked in an old curtain. Few creatures of the silk-stricken place would find nourishment enough to grow so large. Another, what are you eating? Where are you getting this food? Underworker, feeble servant of the underworks with a long twist pin and hard shell. With all the refuse collapsing throughout their domain, the worker's stiff shell would be essential if they held any hope to survive. Underscrub, drained yet dedicated laborer, wielding a coarse steel brush. That they ever hoped to keep their domain clean. What futility. Undersweep. Uses their steel-bristled pin to scrub the soot from vents and pipes. Their sharp cleaning implement is as filthy as the rest of the place. They only layer grime on grime. Underpoke, drained worker on the verge of collapse. Everybody here is just tired. Consumed by the haunting, they continue to work far beyond their mortal limits. They toiled incessantly for the citadel, their shells bent and grayed, and now the kingdom's curse means not even death can relieve them. That's how I feel. What do you mean? My shell is bent and grayed at this point. Like, they're all tired. They all have tired eyes. Look at tired. Underloft. Exhausted bug grown sickly from the smog in the underworks. The workers' twist pins, once tools of repair, now serve as spun projectiles. The cost is so much grander. Did I peer closely enough into the foundations of my own kingdom? She's like, are there bugs that are trying to clean things in my kingdom? They should take a break. I gave them a break. They're fine now. They're taking a break. They're on the eternal coffee break. Undercrank. Heavy, hard-shelled worker, forever repairing the Citadel's crumbling underworks. There seem no ranks in their domain, yet this one has risen above the rest. A station likely gained through intimidation and thuggery. Oh, now we're to the Citadel. Envoy, guide and oft-times leader within the Citadel's choir. Bugs like these crossed the caves to bring me to Farloom. I cut down many before my capture. Then I had thought them minded and cunning. Now I see the singular will that haunts them all. These are the ones that brought us here, huh? Choir Pouncer, agile bug, and one of few hardy pilgrims to have reached the Citadel. Once one of Farloom's favored bugs, and yet their domain and their shells would have been the first to fall to the haunting. Choir Hornhead, full-grown former pilgrim serving the Citadel. Did this one grow large thanks to the Citadel's excess, or was its formidable size the reason it ever survived to reach this place? She's just body-shaming everyone. Choir Bellbearer, winged devout of the Citadel, carrying a brace of gilded bells. Farloom proves often the effectiveness of bells as weapons. Never before had I considered them as such. It's like Flynn Rider discovering the pan the frying pan as a weapon, you know? Who knew? Choir Flyer. Aerial bug of the Citadel, unarmed but for its short horn. For this bug to have survived Farloom's climb, it must have teamed with stouter companions. I cannot imagine it succeeding alone. Choir Elder, aged former pilgrim, uses their wings to position above threats and crush them under their large shell. Time allowed their shell to grow thick, all the better for battering their targets. A chorister, disciple of the choir, elevated above other pilgrims and forced to cowl their face forevermore. Their use of a pin shows hard training. Their use of silk, unfurled from a spool held close, shows skill far beyond standard bugs. Hey, have a good night. I do like seeing your art too. Reed, disciple of the choir, charged to maintain its perfect order by sharp pin if necessary. Okay, a form well suited for combat. Is that lithe? Lithe? And fast. No surprise it seems to rank so high amongst its cult. How many more do I have? Am I almost done? I'm reading all 236 of these things. Grand Reed, high-standing insect of the choir bearing a bow, this elite reed has been trained and fed beyond its smaller fellows. This bug bears a spool of silk, which they flail to attack. Though somewhat crude, theirs is a technique much reminiscent of weavers. I wonder who taught them such a use. Choir Clapper, mighty percussive disciple of the choir, wielding a mallet and a silk spool to wrap and enhance their attacks. There is no finesse in its use of silk. It consumes its slim supply only to amplify its force. Claw Maiden, puppet servant of the Citadel, suspended on strings of silk, an early form of automaton, requiring extensive silk to maintain its service. If given a chance, this one will steal silk from any significant source, including my own shell. Memoria, learned disciple of the choir, charged to maintain the Citadel's memoriam. From the onset, theirs was a hopeless task. Those wild lands could never be replicated within a space so artificial. It was like a zoo. Minister! Oh, it's the giraffe! Gold-ranked disciple of the choir and direct servant to the Citadel's conductors. The lethality of these bugs is unexpected. Their bodies were never built for combat. The haunting has altered their nature dramatically. Maestro, choir commander of the High Halls, able to summon and command cogflies at a flick of their baton. Once they summoned song from their subjects, now they rise only to command an end to those unsung. Second Sentinel, hey, Cogwork Knight of Farloom, once protector of its pilgrims and master of the scissor blade. The talent and intelligence of this construct goes far beyond others I have witnessed. They seem less built as a tool to serve than an attempt at life itself. Ew, dreg husk. Remains of a citadel bug possessed by silk dregs. The husk will lash out wildly with the many sharp pins caught inside its thread. There's an old anguish bound upon these threads, the result of countless cruel procedures. Dreg wheel. Shell of a small bug possessed by silk dregs. The husk will stretch its silk to form a crude, crushing wheel. That's actually slight body horror. That whole, like, living silk commanding a dead shell, an affront to nature, and one all too common across Farloom. Surgeon, cruel physician of White Ward, responsible for operations and modifications of the Citadel's bugs. Their procedures with silk may have prolonged life within the Citadel, but they unknowingly gifted many minds to the monarch. Mortician, altered servant of the Citadel's White Ward, responsible for the cremation of husks and the recycling of silk from their shells. It lies low to the ground, perhaps out of reverence for its task, but can spring up suddenly to attack. Its sheer makes for a deadly weapon with surprising reach. The unraveled, tormented will of countless husks made manifest in a pit of silk dregs. The souls of so many bugs obsessed with silk, consumed by it. Their pain shall forever remain in that pit. Even I do not possess strength enough to cleanse it. White Ward, I think, was like the creepiest to me. I'm gonna drink some tea. I don't like the hospitals and like the experiments. That whole thing was, I didn't like it. All right, we're almost done, right? Maybe. Oh my gosh. Right, cogwork underfly, small automaton built to work without complaint in the scorching heat of the underworks cauldron. I want to read them though. It is no wonder these constructs were cast. No mortal bug would last long inside that scorching place. Even my shell struggles to withstand its heat. Yeah, it would have been nice to have more. Like, that was the one that like really like I was on edge the whole time we were in White Ward. Cogwork Hauler. Small automaton with a shielded shell intended to carry loads of dangerous flint flame. Born and built only to work until time stiffened its limbs. Perhaps it is mercy this construct knows nothing of the freedom it lacks. Cogwork Crawler. Automaton built in the shape of a scuttling bug. Its back contains retractable pins intended to cut song cylinders free of any obstruction. Its form is certainly based on bugs found outside the Citadel. In my own craft work, I too often look to nature for inspiration. Cogworker, flighted automaton, responsible for repairing and extending the core. More effective an opponent than would be guessed. The precarity of its winding domain can make even its simple assault a challenge. Cogwork spine, spherical winged automaton housing many sharp spikes. I cannot decipher its function to the greater core. Is it built for defense? If so, its passivity seems far from optimal. Cogwork choir bug, bug forged of iron, rotor, and cog. The automaton works tirelessly to maintain the core that houses it. Its core was filled with fine mechanisms, but that alone should not produce such a convincing mimic of life. Silk must also be used to animate this artifice, though exactly how, I'm not sure. Cogwork Cleanser, steam shooting automaton, forged to clean the cogwork core and keep it free of infestation. An inspired use of steam. I must remember its construction when designing future tools. Cogwork Defender, cogwork construct forged primarily for the core's protection, bears a shield and poke pin and possesses a lethal understanding of their use. It has no true mind, and yet fights effectively, adjusting a strategy to my movements. Where exactly are its thoughts written? Cogwork Clapper, rare automaton intended to perform the ringing of bells and cymbals in the depths of the core. I have not yet seen the bell this automaton... I was like, what bell? I have not yet seen the bell this automaton is designed to ring, nor do I ever wish to hear it. Such a clamor would no doubt be unpleasant to experience. Cogwork Dancers, automatons of impeccable construction, welcoming entrance to their chamber with a display of deadly dance. 2 cogwork bugs, and yet the soul seemed singular? A sad yet masterful imitation of life, imbued inside shells of iron. Vaultborn, young acolyte raised in the darkest vaults, destined to ascend to the rank of scroll reader. In entering their domain, I freed these bugs to infest the greater vaults. They are a nuisance, and I have only myself to blame. Lampbearer, disciple of the Whispering Vaults, tasked to navigate its dim recesses to retrieve old scrolls. Oh yeah, we gotta find more relics. We're missing some. An essential bug if one ever hoped to navigate that dark maze of stacks and scrolls. I hated those. Scroll Reader, I felt bad for killing them when they were reading. Gilded servant of the Whispering Vaults, born to read and recall the near endless scrolls of prayer. Oh my gosh. Did they ever truly understand those inscrutable scrolls? Or is it all merely pretense? An endless act to maintain their order's station within the Citadel? Vault Keeper. High caste bug responsible for delivering sermons and leading prayer for those beyond the walls of the Whispering Vaults. Most likely, this one's true charge was to root out and condemn those not seen as sufficiently fervent. Trobio! Yes! Haughty thespian, convinced that only dazzling performance can raise Farloom from the throes of death. His desire to see Farloom saved may have been well-intentioned, but he seemed quite happy for others to die upon the stage in pursuit of his goal. Tormented Trobio. Depressed thespian, consumed by the melancholy of a collapsing world. We did this to him. It's our fault. This one chose to embrace the doom to come. I shall not share such easy surrender. Penitent, humbled prisoners serving their sentence for sin committed within the Citadel. All are haunted here, the jailers and the jailed. Do they realize they will never leave this place, or how long they have stayed already? Puny penitent, small bug shackled and cowled for sin committed within the Citadel. Their thick shroud leaves them sightless, yet it seems to matter little. They have no care for their own safety, wishing only to charge at those they sense as sinful. Fresh fly, ew. Infant fly, freshly hatched. At this age, the soft blind fly is little more than a bother. Blech. The less these gruesome bugs breed, the better. Scab fly, sticky young fly, born and grown in service of the slab. Foul creatures birthed into servitude. Their plight elicits no sympathy from me. Guardfly, starved servant of the slab, bearing a hooked long pin. The smell from these jailers overwhelms my senses. I strongly doubt they have ever thought to bathe. Wardenfly, heavy, hairy jailer responsible for capturing sinners and punishing prisoners. Disgusting, both in manner and stench. I feel no remorse to see them felled. Ew, broodmother. Mad matriarch of the slab, rarely seen outside her warren. From her, all jailers are born and bred. With this one vanquished, I hope to have sped the end for that jail and its distasteful order. Yeah, but there was a baby. There was a baby one. Driftlin, gentle glider of Mount Fae, its downy wings and cowl allow it to resist even the most cutting cold. This one would make a perfect pet, but for the freezing temperatures it requires for comfort. She's like, I want to have all the pets. What? A nemoid? Nemonoid. Do. Flighted creature, formed of cold shard. If shattered, it will quickly reform. The cold shard, even when destroyed, it remembers its former shape. A remarkable material, and perhaps even more astonishing, there seems life contained within it. My goodness. A Menominord. Huge flighted creature formed from cold shard. This larger form carries so much weight it can barely move from its place. A Servitor Ignum. Small construct built by Weaver's Pass, brought to life through silk runes threaded within. Though the Weavers have long passed from Farloom, this servant still performs its function. Servitor Boren. Broken construct built by Weaver's Past, able to fire a focused beam of silk light to carve halls and chambers through ice and bone. The servitor has been heavily damaged by time and the elements. Its actions have grown erratic. It seems no longer able to discern friend from foe. Winged life seed, mindless sac filled with plasmium. When broken, the plasmium can be consumed for its temporary benefits to health. My unique shell can resist the darker deformations of the substance, but even I have limits. Plasmid, mutated young worm infected with plasmium. The new form displays potent regenerative skill. Farloom shall quickly learn the curse of this substance. What benefits it provides can be swiftly outweighed. Ew. Plasmitis? Large worm mutated heavily by plasmium. The creature has become fused to the roof of its cave, no longer able to move freely. In my home caves, when once this substance was allowed to flourish, I saw similar aberrations. This is wonder tainted strong with revulsion. Plasmified Zango, husk of the alchemist's assistant, granted false life by plasmium. He carelessly seeded these caves with that cursed substance. His final fate seems fair reward for those efforts. Yet, I feel some sympathy. It is an alluring power. A leaf glider, fine-winged flyer that survives in flocks. So light they can rest atop still water's surface. An elegant bug indeed. Leaf roller, pointed scurrier posing as plant life. Simple, graceful. Another fine bug lost forever from these lands. Pendra, flighty insect that lives beside still waters. Though generally passive, their sharp masks can cause injury if carelessly blundered into. Pendragor, heavy insect that lives near large bodies of water. Its weighty body is best avoided. Weren't these two in Hollow Knight? When they do not hinder my path, I find their simple motion rather pleasant. A Nufar, predatory plant with a powerful jaw shaped to resemble a lily pad. A snapping surprise on first encounter, though one easily avoided once aware. No, I thought they were. Or something similar to them, right? A clover stag, placid native of Verdania. Its hide closely mimics the flora of its territory. An impressive act of mimicry. To match so closely with its land, their clover caves must have sustained through generations uncounted. Pale stag, fabled first clover stag of Verdania's wilds, commands the grass and leaves to aid its attack. Myth made real in memory. The creature seemed completely at one with the flora around it. Did it ever truly exist as I have seen it? Kindanir, child of Verdania, fully capable of flight despite its young age. Fierce and fast, and defending their lands even from birth. These are children to be proud of. Verdanir, darting warrior with sharpened forelimbs and heightened senses. They rarely relax, always alert for potential danger, even deep in their own territory. To defeat them, my focus must match their own. Escalion? Blindingly fast, winged warrior, able to launch potential pinions from its forelimbs. Born with many tools I would once have desired for myself. Fortunately, I have trained hard around those limits. Clover dancers, dual princes of old Verdania, beloved by their subjects for their grace and for the ballet of death they delivered upon outsiders. For one to love another so similar to themselves, is that selfless or vain? Shadow creepers, shell-plated worm found only in the deepest depths, seems to survive despite consuming no food or liquid. A creature long familiar to me, I suspect that no matter how far I travel, if I descend deep enough, they will always be there. Shadow charger, bulky worm of the deepest depths, lives in tight crevices and uses its weighty body to batter. These ones grow large, yet I have never observed them eating or sleeping. They seem such simple bugs, but I suspect they are not truly our cousins. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Almost done. Gloomsack. Tiny, empty creature, barely a bug, swallows its prey whole and sucks their nutrients until nothing remains. I did not appreciate them. Neither does Hornet, apparently. This one disturbs me. There is something in its simplicity. Do I almost feel fear? Gargant Gloom. Enormous tubular beast uniquely suited to living close to the void below. Amazingly, the creature carries the void's black liquid in its stomach, violently spraying it forth if threatened. Is this one your favorite, Kira? Void tendrils, lashing fragments of pure darkness shaped into sharpened tendrils. The void that will claim all things, in the barbed forms it chooses its nature, can be seen clear. Void mass. Dense knot of husks bound tight by void-soaked silk. Silk and shells corrupted, that void seeks now to claim this land whole. These poor shells are only the beginning. Wing mold, false fly with a rune-etched shell, a tortured mix of soul and void is caged within. A crude construct of my father's fallen domain. Only a fool believes that void can be fashioned to do their bidding. Garpid. Of her father's fallen domain? I know who her mother is. Okay. Garpid. Sightless burrower that reacts violently to the slightest sound. A common enough bug, though not to be underestimated. The acuteness of their other senses more than make up for their lack of vision. Immoba. Slow drifting bug with a heavy top shell. The bug reacts little to threats, even those that would claim its life. That's what I was thinking, because she says her father's fallen domain. That would be the king. Did we know that? Have we learned that? I mean, I guess in the flashback she goes and she lives at the White Palace, right? Like she trains there for a while? Or lives there? Something like that. Did I read this one? Slow drifting bug with a heavy top shell. Bug reacts little to threats, even those that would claim its life. Poor creature has lived a life too calm and coddled. It would not fare well in the world beyond its walls. I did read that. Okay. Skrill, common crawler that lives beneath the sand. This surface dweller is free of silk. Its nature remains its own. The monarch's influence must only have stretched below it. Bell Eaters, this son of a... Long dormant centipede, awoken and enraged by Farloom's crumbling collapse. A monster in the classic form of tales from youth. Its slaying was done as much by my fierce traveling companion as by myself. Huge flea! Oversized bug briefly consumed by anger after its long time caged. I would not have guessed so large and marvelous a flea existed. I am pleased it saw sense before I had to strike a killing blow. It's our friend! He go woof. He go ah woo. Chakra! My girl. Warrior cartographer of a tribe from Farloom's Edge. Her skills in battle could challenge the kingdom's best. She has lived a mere fraction of my lifetime, and yet her rings prove a ferocious match. As gifted a warrior as I have ever encountered, and one I am fortunate to call a friend. Garmond and Zaza, vigorous old knight and their noble companion, working together to see their lands cut free from haunted madness. I'm so sad. They too seek the specter at the haunting's heart, though I fear that foe would pose a challenge beyond their mortal limits. Lost Garmond, old knight consumed by black thread. A tragic fate for a once honorable bug. Those void-soaked threads, their physical might is nothing compared to the corruption they wreak upon a soul. Pinstress, blade maiden of a once renowned warrior sect, survived long beyond the rest of her order. I like her, for her willingness to teach and her spirit still strong. Despite a long age spent solitary, she has my respect. Widow, crazed fanatic able to guide Farloom's haunted silk by music played upon it. Her body seemed a weaver's, but her mask had been forcibly removed, and her own silk was bound useless by heavy pins lodged through her spine. That's disturbing. First sinner, ancient weaver condemned for a transgression lost to time. This once husk held a masterful talent to weave silk into blazing runes. Throughout my life, I have seen runes woven for many tasks. Was she the first to hone such skills? Oh, there was a deal made between Hornet's mother Hera and the Pale King. Hera would help the Pale King contain the radiance, but in exchange for a daughter. Hornet has the same father as the Hollow Knight protagonist. I'm pretty sure this is mentioned at some point in Hollow Knight, so the two of them are half siblings. Yeah, because I've seen things like calling them siblings and stuff, and I was like, I think I knew that they were related somehow. But then I was like, wait, but Hera's her mom. Because they're all half siblings, right? The protagonist plus the original Hollow Knight. And then Hornet. Phantom. Phantom was the best. I love Phantom. Mournful creature tasked alone to expel the Citadel's choking refuse. Their talent with a long pin is unmatched. Though gray with age, their frayed form suggests a being strung from silk, one who welcomed a decisive end in combat over a slow decline. Lace, manic fencer who delights in battle. A bug born entirely of thread, much silk would have been needed to see her sustained. A fragile form of life, but life nonetheless. Grandmother Silk, monarch of Farloom and the primal source of silk. Heart of the haunting, long lulled to slumber and desperate to wake. The higher being's threads stretch throughout Farloom, snaring its bugs and driving them to madness and discord. Whoop, whoop, lost lace. Silk-spun child possessed by the void. To quell the mother's rage and see this kingdom saved, I will claim her back. This one, the dark shall not take. I did it! Huh, huh. I read it all. Hunter's memento. Seal, symbol given in recognition of a true hunter, stamped in sticky goo. The memento could be displayed in a home. Holy moly. I went a little over my time, but that's fine. I wanted to finish this part. Good golly. The White Lady, the Pale King's wife who resides in the Queen's Garden, approved of this arrangement because it was for the survival of the kingdom. Oh, I hear my craws. I hear the birds. They brought me goodies. Right? Was that what I heard? Thought I heard a craw. Bam. We need 2 mementos. Wait. What is that one? We're missing stuff. Oh my goodness. Okay. My voice is gonna be dead. I gotta become an elf. Okay. I have like 10 minutes. Something. Hey, hello. Come here. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. You uploaded new drawings? I will go look at them. That was a lot of reading, but I wanted to read it because, I'm doing things. Okay. Seekers. So, this was my last stream for a little while. For about a week. That's why I wanted to read it, because I wanted to finish that so that when we come back, we can jump into getting the last of the stuff that I need. So there's not going to be a stream tomorrow. And there won't be any live streams until the 24th. And we'll come back with Stardew Sunday. But in the meantime, I've been working on something for you guys. Okay? Okay. Hold on. I will show you. Boop, boop, boo, doo, doo. I'm really excited. I'm really nervous. And I hope that you guys will, like, be nice about it. Okay? Here's our schedule for next week. There's you go. There will not be any streams, but we will be releasing videos. So I've been talking about how I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been playing a different game. Like, I gotta remember how to play Silksong, right? I've been recording myself playing Lies of P. And we've been editing it and trying to make some videos for while I'm gone. And if you guys really like the videos, I would like to keep recording them. These ones are kind of like Liza P was really hard to like, I wanted to play it, but live streaming it, there's a lot of running back and forth, a lot of like, you know. So recording it has made it easier to make good content out of it. You're gonna watch them? Yes, yeah. So going back to Silksong from Liza P has been rough on me. But we have 4 episodes ready to go. We're gonna live premiere them, so there will be a live chat when the videos first release. And I'm gonna try to pop in. I'll be kind of busy, but I want to pop in, say hi, be like, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm really nervous because I've just jumped into live streaming. I haven't really made videos with editing, with anything like that. And yeah, and I really hope you guys like it. I've been having a really fun time with it. By fun time, I mean, it's my first kind of Souls-like, I guess. Yeah. I'm cheesing a lot. I'm smiling a lot because I really hope you guys like it. I didn't want to like just leave my channel without anything happening. And yeah. Exactly. I'll be posting like little like teasers from each one the day before they release. So tomorrow, since I'm not streaming, I will be posting the first kind of teaser for the first episode, and then it will be releasing on Sunday. And you all can laugh at me and watch me struggle all alone by myself. without you guys. And yeah, I'm excited. Okay, have a good night, Prism. No, yeah. Well, and you guys cheer me on a lot, so there's a couple, like, it's different not having you guys. I'm like, man. But like I said, if you guys like this can be a thing. So maybe on days I don't stream, we'll post a video. And play these longer form games. It's like, it's kind of different from Silksong. Like, Silksong, I feel like the runbacks are a part of it, whereas, like, the Souls, like, the runbacks are just more tedious and you don't, like, yeah. Like, the story-based games like this are, like, easier to edit, I think. But I hope you guys like it. I'm really excited. I really hope you like it. So, those will be premiering. They won't just be, like, posted, but yeah. Okay, look, okay. Do you guys want to see the first... Hang on. Yes, they will be releasing at 8 p.m. each of those days. It's funny that, okay, look, do you guys want to see the, hold on. I want to show you guys the first teaser now. I'm all excited, and what you just said kind of made me like, oh, now I gotta show it. I wasn't going to because I'm like, I don't know how it'll work. Okay, hold on. If I do this, can I just do this? I really wanted to show you guys because of what you just said. It was really funny. I'm trying to fix it. Hold on. Dude, what if I do... If I do this? No, that didn't work. Well, never mind. You guys get to wait. Just remember what you said, Crystal. Just remember that. Remember what you said about the scuff, okay? With that, yep, just remember. Just remember when you watch the teaser tomorrow, okay? And Rye's gonna be really excited when these videos drop. Anyway, okay, Seekers. Thank you so much for being here, supporting me in the channel. Echo Seekers, thank you for watching the replay. Silent Seekers, thank you for hanging out and lurking. And Emerald Seekers, thank you so much for being channel members. All my Seekers, thank you so much for spending time with me here tonight while I finished the Hunter's Journal and read until my voice died a little bit. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the YouTube-y things. Hi, Jack. Thank you. You can find me on all socials at Lalara Seeker, but where I post the most is in my Discord community. That's where I post my schedule first. If I'm running late, if I cancel stream, I go straight there first. I hope you all have a good night. I almost said I'll see you here again tomorrow. I will not see you here tomorrow. I will see you at the premiere of my first video on Sunday. I will be in chat. I'll try my best. I'll pop in at least. I'll pop in every night that they premiere, but the next time you'll see me live is on May 24th for Stardew Sunday. Yeah, thank you. You guys stay safe. Please come back. Please don't abandon me. Please be here when I get back. I will be very sad. And I hope you guys enjoy me playing Lies of P in the meantime. Okay? Okay, Seekers. Good night, goodbye. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you when I get back. Okay? Okay, bye.